So another month and another jar of the Kroger Seedless Red Raspberry Jam. I love this thing. We call it the Man, but it's one of these grippers, and they're really cheap. You get them on Amazon, and they come in like a set of 3, but this is the one that we use the most because it fits on jars. And even if you have like a jar of spaghetti or something like that, it'll still, you can still use it to grip, and it's wonderful. And I tell you what, I don't know if it's my age or just getting older, or if it's the way that bottle, like cola manufacturers, are the bottles are made, but they're getting harder to open. So like a regular bottle, like I like to drink a local drink around here called L8, and those can be hard to open. Even like a Coke Zero, it can be hard to open. And two, you might be able to get it open, but then there is like a ring attached to the cap, and the ring stays on the bottle, and you take the cap off. Well, sometimes that ring does not want to detach itself, and so it can be really hard to get that off, and that gripper thing will help you pull it right off of there. So anyway, about the food, I'm going to have 3 pieces. My last piece is in the toaster right now. I'm going to have 3 pieces of toast with the red raspberry jam, the seedless, and that is going to be my lunch today. Ashley invited us over for Sunday dinner, and when we got there, she surprised us with Papa John's pizza. The first box that Kevin opened was cheese sticks, and then she got a supreme pizza, and this one is just a cheese pizza. And I got the supreme. I really like this. I think Kevin got a couple slices of this too. This has peppers and black olives and stuff like that, all the stuff that we really like. Plus I got another piece. And then this is at Cane's. We're at Raising Cane's, eating inside the restaurant because Ashley was with us on this day. Now I am making a grilled cheese sandwich, and I'm using Velveeta. We had some Velveeta in the refrigerator. I had not made a grilled cheese sandwich with Velveeta in a long time. So I'm just slicing it up. This is how I do it. I'm assuming everybody makes their grilled cheese with Velveeta the same way. But then I realized, oh no, we don't have any tub butter. So we had sticks of butter, but nothing to like spread on the bread. So I used that Parquet squirt butter, and it worked fine because the ultimate goal is just to toast the bread and give the cheese a chance to melt. And you'll see it melted perfectly. I'm going to make Kevin and I some like a burrito bowl. So I'm going to use chicken breast. It's going to be a chicken burrito bowl, and it's a burrito less. It's a
tortilla less.
It's a burrito less, tortilla less bowl. What is that called? It's a naked. It's a naked bowl. That's what it's going to be called. Anyway, I'm going to take my chicken breast. I have 2. There's 1 for each of us. And I'm going to put them in this bag. And I'm going to take this Old El Paso taco seasoning, and I'm going to pour the whole pouch in here, and I'm going to let this sit in here overnight. You know, I don't know if that bag's big enough. I switch bags. I got a gallon size bag just because I don't want to have to worry about it. So I'm going to pour some on that one, and then some on this one. And then I'll let this sit in the refrigerator overnight. And I've never done this before, but I have used taco seasoning with chicken, and I love it. I'm not using my other hand right now because it has chicken on it. I love taco seasoning, and I know you can get like a chicken seasoning or something like that. I specifically like this mix of spices. So for tonight, this will sit in the refrigerator, and hopefully it'll work its magic. And then tomorrow, I'll take it out and put it in a baking pan and bake it. So this has been in the refrigerator overnight, and it smells really good. It smells strong, but again, I like that taco seasoning mix. So I lined a pan with a baking pan. This is like a brownie pan with aluminum foil. And I'm going to put both of these pieces of chicken in here. I am going to bake these at 350. It looks like somebody's liver or something.
It does.
Kidney. Yeah, I'm gonna bake these at 350. I'm just gonna wrap this up, and the camera doesn't like the light off this aluminum foil. But I will put some water in the bottom underneath this foil, and this will probably bake in the oven for about probably an hour, and then it'll be completely done. So I made some success rice, and I love success rice because it boils in a bag. So you boil it in a bag, and there's no guesswork. It boils for a certain amount of time, and then it comes off the stove, and it's perfect rice, perfectly cooked rice every single time. And so I half the bag. I put half on my plate, half on Kevin's plate. And then I had baked these 2 chicken breasts, and so I cut them up into cubes, and I gave one to Kevin, and then I'll put one on my plate as well. And these cut up really easy. It ended up being a really hearty meal. I mean, you're taking a whole chicken breast plus rice, and I even added a little bit of juice to the rice just so that it wouldn't be completely dry. And then I took more of that Tillamook cheese. I added some black olives, as you can see here. And then I added some mild banana pepper rings, which we both love. And I like a lot of those. I always get more banana pepper rings than I think I'm going to want because I always want more anyway. And then I put some shredded lettuce, and then I like salsa on mine. And this is what it looked like. And now on this night, we were having stuffed peppers. I hadn't had stuffed peppers in forever. The recipe for these peppers is on the channel. This is another one of those very hearty meals that you don't need anything else to go with it. Tonight for dinner, I'm having one of these Screamin' Sicilian pizza bowls. This is nothing but toppings, Italian-style meatball pizza bowl. I swear it looks like they left out the tomato sauce. So normally when I make these, there is a red sauce, and you stir it in between microwave times. And when I stirred it, there was never any red sauce. So it's like they forgot them in these. But anyway, I'm going to eat it anyway, and that's going to be my dinner tonight. So I just wanted to show you, this is the same meal that I just showed you before, the night before, and I'm eating another one because I bought 2. So I ate one last night, I'm going to eat one tonight. But you can clearly see the difference in the 2. This one actually has the tomato sauce like it's supposed to. That other one last night did not have any tomato sauce. So that bowl just got skipped when it was going down the assembly line. It was still good though. Today for lunch, I'm having an egg salad sandwich. I made enough of this for lunch and for dinner. So I made it the same way I always do. I boiled 3 eggs, and I put 1.5 chopped eggs in each bowl. And I put a teaspoon of pickle relish, dill pickle relish, and a tablespoon of light mayonnaise, and then just a really good helping of mustard, yellow mustard. I don't know how much, but it's a lot of mustard because I like it. But I put that separated into 2 bowls, and so I'll have the same thing for dinner tonight as I'm having right now for lunch, and I do not get tired of it. I really like this meal. And I'm going to have some, as you can see on the side, some Lay's potato chips to go with it. Tonight, Kevin and I are having chili for dinner. It is a cool day in Kentucky today. We've had some rain, and so it's cold, and we're going to have chili. We had some of this Tillamook Mexican 4 cheese in the refrigerator. We also have some mild cheddar, and Kevin likes his with Frank's Red Hot and Ritz. He puts those in the bottom of his bowl, but I like mine just the chili and the cheese on top. On this night, we were having KFC, which is Kevin's Fried Chicken and hash brown casserole. And this is a meal that we all love. Tonight for dinner, we're having meatloaf. I haven't made this in a while. This is meatloaf, Linda's meatloaf candy recipe. And I made this on the channel. So if you want the recipe, you can find it there. I just want to show you, you have to drain the grease off. And so it has a lot of grease in it. And so it looks much different when you drain it off than when it's swimming in that grease. But make sure you do that. So we are not having, most of the time with meatloaf, you'd probably have mashed potatoes, green beans, stuff like that, because it's just Kevin and I. We just enjoy just the meatloaf. So, like if I was making this for a family or trying to make it for company or something like that, yes, of course, I would have sides, have some rolls or something like that. But with just us, this is enough for a whole meal. And so this is what we're having tonight. Tonight for dinner, Kevin and I are having steak tacos. So normally we make tacos with ground beef. This is actually a recipe. I made it a while back on the channel. Kevin did most of it, I think. It's the Pioneer Woman. So if you do a search on my channel for the Pioneer Woman steak tacos, when we did them from her recipe, you actually took like the flour tortillas and you would fry them, you deep fried them, and it was just like, it was a longer process. So this time I bought hard shells for me, I bought the soft shells for Kevin, and I'm using the same seasonings and stuff like that and the same steak and all that, but I'm using different shells just because it was more of a pain last time. So I do have some taco seasoning here that I'll put on top if I need it. I want to try it first without, but it's just the steak taco with the seasoning. If you go, I know there was cumin and chili powder, there was some salt, stuff like, it's really, really simple recipe. On this night, we were making nachos, and we were using the Dynasty brand wonton wrappers for the first time. I did a video of this, of just making these on the channel, because we had never made our own wonton wrappers before. We'd never deep fried them, and they were absolutely terrific. The only bad thing is the house smelled like deep fryer. Kevin and I are having ribeye steaks. We're just having these, so we're not having baked potato or corn on the cob or anything like that. Just the two of us, so we're just having steak. Today for lunch, I made myself some crumpets. I have the recipe on the channel. It's not something I make all the time, but I do like them a lot. I put butter and raspberry jam on top, seedless raspberry jam. And that is my lunch today. Tonight for dinner, Kevin and I are having egg and biscuits. So we have the Pillsbury. These are the frozen biscuits. They're absolutely delicious. We love them. And Kevin's making him some egg. You can hear him in the background. But we just literally, we don't put anything on there. Do you put mayonnaise or anything on yours? No, just egg and biscuit. And it's delicious. Yeah, he might put a little bit of butter on his.